I'll never forget how he said it. Steady, resolute, like he'd rehearsed it endlessly in his mind. If you go on that trip with him, we're finished. I love you, but this is my boundary. I scoffed, not because it was humorous, but because I was sure he was exaggerating. Really? It was just 4 days in Miami with my closest friends. Yes, Liam was tagging along. And fine, we had history. But it was ancient history, wasn't it? We were strictly platonic now. At least, that's what I kept repeating to myself. I'm Arya, 26 years old, and this is how I sacrifice something real for a haze of salt water, tequila, and a single careless snapshot, all while ignoring the man who loved me unconditionally. If you ever prioritize pride over love or mistaken possessiveness for devotion, keep reading, because what happened next? Even I couldn't have predicted it. It began with a group chat. 6 of us from university, me, Brooke, Lexi, Liam, Diego, and Talia. We'd always fantasized about a beach getaway, but never committed until this year. Talia found a breathtaking villa. Lexi snagged discount flights, and suddenly it was happening. For days in Miami. The moment I told Ethan, my boyfriend of nearly 2 years, his entire demeanor shifted. He didn't yell, didn't even raise his voice. Just asked, "Is Liam going?" My stomach dropped. I deliberately avoided mentioning that part. Not because I was guilty, but, okay, maybe I was. Liam and I had a fling years back. A few kisses, lingering glances, but it never evolved into anything real. Or so I convinced myself. Ethan wasn't angry. He was wounded, and that cut deeper. He said he trusted me, but not the circumstances. Said he'd seen how Liam still looked at me, like I was something he'd left unfinished. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. We fought for days. I hurled ultimatums. You either trust me or you don't. He countered with quiet devastation. This isn't about trust. It's about respect. Then came his final plea. If you go on this trip with Liam, we're through. I assumed he'd relent. Assumed it was an empty threat. So I went, and not discreetly. I plastered it everywhere. Instagram stories, TikTok clips. Us at the shore, toasting mimosas at brunch, draped over a yacht railing like extras in a rap video. And that photo, the one of Liam and me, tangled together in the surf, grins too wide, skin glistening. I didn't consider Ethan's reaction until his text stopped. Radio silence. I returned Monday night and went straight to his place. He opened the door, eyes hollow, and said nothing. No, welcome back. No, did you have fun? Just a stare so vacant. I barely recognized him. I tried to joke. Reached for a hug. He stepped back. I meant what I said. You chose. I swore nothing happened. That Liam was just a friend. That the photo meant nothing. You're overreacting, I pleaded, voice cracking. But Ethan just shook his head, exhaustion etching his face. This was never about the photo. It's about you knowing something would destroy me, and doing it anyway. Tears spilled as I bargained. I cut Liam off, delete every image, never speak his name again. But Ethan just sank onto the bed, hands limp in his lap. No rage, no tears, just quiet resignation, like he'd already mourned us. That shattered me most. Not his anger, not even the silence, but how effortlessly he'd let go. Because I'd spent months convincing him I wasn't worth holding on to. The following days blurred. My social media screamed best weekend ever, while I choked down nausea at every sun-soaked photo. I ghosted my friends. Skipped work. Liam slid into my DMs. Didn't mean to cause this, but we both knew he loved the spectacle. Loved watching me pick him, boldly, recklessly, until the drama bored him and he vanished too. 3 weeks later, I discovered Ethan had cleared our shared storage unit. Every trace of me, dog-eared novels, framed memories, even a stolen hoodie I'd slept in for years, gone. No note, no final jab, just erasure. I called, blocked, emailed, radio silence, staked out his apartment, only to learn he'd broken his lease. It wasn't about the bikini shot. It was about my arrogance, the delusion that love was unconditional, even when I weaponized it. Ethan had asked for one boundary, just one, and I'd mocked his vulnerability while bulldozing it. I'm dating. Sort of. But no one's arms feel like sanctuary. No one's laughter sounds like home. Because I didn't just lose a boyfriend. I lost a man who'd have crossed oceans to build a tomorrow with me. All for what? A viral moment? A fleeting ego boost? Love isn't a trophy you win by testing limits. It's a flame you shelter, even when the wind tempts you to play with fire.